Sandra Embleton with you. October 11, so it's 10/11. Lots of ones and zeros, lots of new beginnings, lots of 0 points, starting over, and moving into the one. So 0 point in the universe where we're all becoming one. We're at that ground, in that place where all of us are becoming one, and meaning coming into the one mind. And as lessons and messages reveal themselves, as our DNA gets upgraded, I had 2 big blasts. Yesterday when I woke up, there was like electrical current going up into my right leg, into my pituitary gland, because your reflexology, you know, your feet correspond to your organs, and so my pituitary got a real blast, and then a few minutes later it went up my left leg to the pituitary. So I know I'm receiving the DNA upgrades, and that my pituitary gland is being updated. So isn't that a great affirmation, that you feel the electrical current, the zap of energy, the from the sun, and we're receiving that upgrade. So I know that's a truth, because I felt it. It was validated. So as I'm sitting here this morning, I have nothing to say. I'm sitting back here. We shot a yoga video, and really proud to do that. But as I'm sitting in the back, I come out and I said, oh gosh, these gorgeous, beautiful brown and gold flowers behind me representing fall, they deserve to be put on camera. So I put them in the shot and sat down, and I'm just looking at this beautiful begonia I've had it since the very March. It's been with me the whole time, and it's just gorgeous. It's just bloomed, and the color orange for creativity is just so predominant. And I've got that goldy brown flower beside it, and there's little pink flowers, like those hanging little pink and white bells, yeah. And the blue, periwinkle blue angel wings, staring at those. There's beautiful orange, bright neon orange geraniums, and then like these yellow, like buttercups almost, with orange. So lots of yellow and orange, lots of power and creation. Lots of, just visually looking at the colors, they're brighter. You can notice a brightness to them. And then the message I received when looking at my begonias, I know we all feel we're going somewhere and we want to be there. But I don't know why right now, staring at that one flower, the message it's sending me is, yeah, we know we all want to be going somewhere. We know we're on the crossover, and we know we're making this shift, but just be here now. Be here now. Almost like that's coming. It's also happening, but this is happening too. And you're in the now moment, when you're conscious of what you're looking at. In other words, consciously, with consciousness, I'm holding space and looking at those begonias as they talk to me. They're sending me a message of be here now. See the color, see my beautiful, because I can only be here now. That begonia can only be here now. In a while it'll be gone. But it's here right now, giving me its love and its energy and its beauty. And the color of orange, just seeing those beautiful colors against the green cedar, it's the color of orange now. So by me looking at the color of orange and the yellow inside the flower, it can only be doing this right now, and then it'll be gone. have the anticipation I will move on into my day, into my weeks, into my months. And yet, for this begonia, this time for it is now. It's the most beautiful right now. So it's being the most beautiful it can be in this now moment. So is the other. They look like they're not, it's the form of a daisy or black-eyed Susan, but it's brown and gold and a black dot in the middle with green, you know, I should get my flowers right named, the pistons, I guess, all around. And it's just like the energy of these flowers. They're so happy that I'm talking about them. And they're so happy they're being recognized and acknowledged for the love, because they can't shine any brighter. They can't open any farther. They can't be any more beautiful, or you know, they're at their peak. They're going, somebody notice me. Somebody notice my beauty, because I'm only going to be beautiful for just this short time, and then I'll die and pass on. And the greatest gift you can give them is to honor them and be in the awareness in this moment that they're giving everything they can. So thank you. Like, thank them for showing up. Like, thank you for gifting me this awareness of your presence, because I overlook it daily. I'm so busy being in the drama where I am, to be able to take a moment to sit outside and to reflect and to be present in the now, so that I can observe the beauty that exists in the now and thank it. And thank it for being beautiful right now. Because as we change from fall, go through fall into winter, I don't know, I guess it's just like thank you to the beautiful flowers that made my summer so enjoyable, sitting outside, looking at the color of them and being able to behold the brightness and the beauty of their gift, of their living energy as they give it to us. Just as all the other trees and the shrubs and give us all that energy and their love, right? There's nothing I like more than to sit and connect with nature, with outdoors. And as we move into our 5D reality, and we look up and visit our big, beautiful tree in the backyard that you've seen before, I've shown you before, and see the faces coming in, and this morning it's like I'm feeling they're all looking down, and they're all just witnessing this. They're all just witnessing what's going on. And right under the surface, I hear the word profound. I don't know what's profound about this moment, but I'm hearing the thought profound. I'll discuss the other message that's come through this week, and that's holiness. I've discussed it before. As I learn more and more about the energy of holiness, I will share it with you, because holiness is a vibrational frequency that when it comes to you, can you hold it? Can you hold the vibrational frequency of holiness in your body? Can you hold it? And how long can you hold it for? It's when that vibrational frequency of holiness enters into you, it's like something comes over you, and for a moment you're God. It's the presence of God is upon you to such a degree that you become God in the moment. And the awareness is that I'm being God right now, and my eyes are God's eyes. God's eyes are looking out through my eyes, and I'm in the moment of that. And I had that happen, I think it was 2005 or 6, when I went into this church called the Sanctuary. And when I went in, I knew I wasn't me. And I knew it was God in me, and I let God speak through me. And it was the scariest thing I ever did, because I had to lose myself. I had to give up who I was, and then disregard judgment from myself and others, and just let God be present in me in the place I was. And surrender myself to the point where I was there to bear witness to this minister's sermon, who was speaking about, how do you know if you're in the presence of the Christ? If someone comes in and says they're Christ or Jesus or the Magdalene, how would you know? How would you know it's true? Well, we as a congregation have a responsibility to question them. We must question them and ask good questions to discern whether or not they're lying, whether or not they're just crazy, or whether they're telling the truth. And I'm sitting in this church, and the presence of God is so strong in me, I just want to stand up and say, hey, wait a minute, God's presence is in me right now. I'm feeling it. I want you to know that. Like, this is really happening. Let's do this. Let's practice what you're saying. I want you to ask me questions. And I was going to stand up in the middle of the sermon, and God stayed me. God put his energy in, you're not getting up. No, I'm going to stand up. And then I felt like I was going to faint. And I was going to faint. And I'm going, no, okay, I won't get up. I won't say anything. And then the fainting left. And then I'm going, oh, but I really want to get up there. And I felt faint again. And I said, okay, I won't stand up. I won't say anything. And God stayed me. I couldn't get out of my chair. I couldn't move out of my chair during the whole sermon. Even when the service was over, I couldn't get out of my chair. I was frozen in it. Till someone came up and said, are you okay? And I said, yeah. And then it laughed, and I was able to stand up. So God stays you. God protects you from making a fool of yourself. But God won't let you speak if you're not meant to speak. If it's God that's meant to speak, God will speak, but not you. And to be able to hold that frequency and that energy of holiness, it was me watching myself go through something that I didn't know what was God's purpose of it, but I was in it and I was doing it. And I had another time, I was in a dentist office where everyone was looking at me. Everybody knew I was intuitive. Oh, she's psychic, she's intuitive. And everyone's walking by, you know, where I'm waiting to see the dentist, and they're all smiling at me. Everyone's coming to look at me. And it was like I was a big hit. And then at the end, one of the secretaries came up to me, and she looked at me. She says, I see who you are. I know who you are. And the presence of God was coming out of me. At that moment, I became God. I became the vessel for God to speak through to that woman, and I just love, and this love came through. Just so much love for her came through, and when I left there, it scared me. It scared me that presence, that holiness, that present holy energy was able to come through me, and I was able to sustain it. Until I left. Till it left me. And I've had that energy of holiness in this body. I've had that vibrational frequency enter into this body, and I was able to hold it. But it frightened me because I knew it wasn't me, and it scared me because it was powerful. So there's other times that I felt the energy of holiness of God enter in and take over. I can't imagine carrying it full time. I did it for 3 weeks in 1994. I carried the God energy in me for 3 weeks until I asked God to take it from me because I wanted to be like everybody else. So I have had experience of holding it for 3 weeks. I have. And it's like you wake up every day and this energy's on you and you go, oh my God, it's here, it's here. I still am in this energy, this God energy. It's just the presence comes on you and takes over, and you know it's not you, and you know it's God. And it's like you sit back and you wonder, will I be called again for that to happen? Will God use me again as a vessel? Will he bring that energy to me again? The first time he breathed into me, it's the top of my head. And I'm sure that presence and that entered my cells, my DNA, as well as that time spent with that year with his son. So it's always fun, not fun, but interesting to pose the question. And between us, just say, I wonder if it'll happen to me again, and if it will it be soon? And I don't know, so I have to let go of that. See, ding, let go of that, because that's an affirmation, that's a yes. Because you never know when it's going to happen. Isn't that the mystery? Isn't that part of the journey? When you can look back at the end of your day and look back at your day and say, yeah, I was talking to the begonias. I was seeing that big, beautiful, black-eyed Susan just shining at me, just giving me everything it's got. Just sending me love and energy and wisdom. And being in this moment. So many seedings from the past, so many things that are been laid in preparation. Like if you go back over my videos, I built a portal with the stones that were just the disappearing stones from up north. I built a portal, and I've not had a lot of integration or interaction with it, but I know in my mind's eye when I see it, it's operating. And I know there's lots of dark clouds that hang out over there because their ships are coming in and out of that portal. I have no proof of it, it's just a knowing. But it was enough that I built it. I was obedient to it when I was asked to build it, and I did it. And it's, I guess what I'm saying is, you know, that it's always great when you receive the knowing of why that happened. Of why that happened. Why did you do that? Oh, this happened, and it was meant for this. You're going, oh, okay, now I know. I'm hearing the name Carolyn Miss, and how she told a story about packing up all her, you know, packing, or not even packing, but I think just deciding to go and let the universe support her, and just started walking. I don't know if it's a story about her or somebody else, but when she totally surrendered to allowing universe to support her, the first night she was out, she was told to go under a bridge, and there was a sleeping bag and a pillow, and she was able to use that to sleep for the night. It was almost like it was being set, it was set up for her to be there, because universe had planned for her to be there. And I love that, because what it does is it says to us, God is always ahead of us. God always moves us. He's always got the next part prepared for you, so that as you move through this part, the next part's lined up. So when you trust in that, when you trust wherever you are now, in this now moment, and that everything you're needing moving forward is already there, you just let go of a lot of worry. And it helps you to sit back and enjoy the day. Enjoy the day as it is. And I'm not sure what joy I'm feeling today. I'm not sure. It's kind of like I've got a big blank slate today. A big, I don't know, the clouds, cloudy and a little cooler. I'm just feeling the inside of my home, and it's like I don't know what's transpiring today. I have no clue of it. I have no sense of it. But I would plant the intention that what if this could be an incredible day, or there's an incredible miracle, and there's knowing, there's moving forward, there's things happening we can't explain, but all wonderful. Yeah. I'm going to just take some time now to sit in the silence and just listen and just be and just see if there's any messages or things that I get. Okay, there we go. There was just a sharing, and thanks for listening and being with me.